Let's go. Heartland, what is up? Thank you all for tuning in to this week's episode of Heartland. From the Dave Cave, this is Dave Little broadcasting live, courtesy of the Epic Broadcasting Network. And we are here tonight with Heartland Ladies Championship Wrestling from Chicago, Illinois, as we kick off the Heartland Ladies Filsinger Cup Tournaments. And in our main event tonight, it will be a championship match, the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship on the line. Your dominant champions, TASHA, STEELZ, and Big SWOLE, set to take on the team of Ava, Everett, and Davienne in tonight's main event. Welcome Neil Lau first in line at the turnstile as always. Good to see you here, Neil. The number one fan of the Heartland is in the house. And as always, Neil, we look forward to your updates from the Velvet Wrestling Federation, run so aptly by the one and only Neil Lau. So with that, I will ask for a sound check, and I will also ask for a check on the video. As I was doing some other things, once the music hit, I'm still seeing the Heartland Championship Wrestling logo on my video replay, which gives a sense of how long the lag is between what I am doing in real life and what is being broadcast. So Neil or anybody in the chat, if you hear me, give us a thumbs up, and we will kick things off. Now, before we came to action, there were 3 preliminary matches, which were not tournament matches, but matches from the Heartland Ladies Wrestling standard schedule. And now I do see the image on screen, so we are looking good. As Neil Lau announces that he will be running a card after the show. We hope you'll tell us all about it, your main event, any titles on the line. Keep us appraised as to what is going on in the Velvet. Before we came to air, we opened the show with really a good match between Joni Lauer and Debbie Malenko. Debbie got a lot of suplexes in, and a lot of good moves were executed by Debbie, but she just didn't have what it took to face off against the power of Joni Lauer, and it was Joni catching the pinfall over Debbie Malenko by way of a powerbomb. Up next, it was Martina, representing the Britfits, getting a victory over Ida Mae Martinez with a spin kick. Very impressive win for Martina. Ida Mae, one of the hottest wrestlers in the territory, but she got put away tonight by Martina with a spin kick. Ida Mae appeared to be shaken up after that match and is going to be checked out by the Heartland trainers, but she was able to leave the ring under her own power. And just before we came to air, a wild matchup took place between Megan Bain and Kenzie Page. This match was out of the ring more than it was in the ring. Kenzie had a couple of pinning opportunities on Megan Bain, but Megan powered out of that and overpowered Kenzie Page, hit Kenzie with a tombstone pile driver for the victory. Megan Bain, your winner in tonight's final preliminary matchup. And now we are ready for action here from the Dave Cave as we kick off the Filsinger Cup Ladies Championship Tournament for 2025. We are set to go here. Thank you for tuning in early tonight. Hoping to finish up by 6:30 Central Time. That should be no problem when my beloved Ohio State Buckeyes take to the field of battle against the Minnesota Gophers. Hopefully that will be an enhancement match, a squash match, you might say, for my beloved Buckeyes. But hopefully we'll not get any enhancement matches or squash matches in the tournament tonight, as I am ready for excitement. Ladies and gentlemen, your opening contest is scheduled for one fall to a finish. Disqualification rules will be in effect. This is a first round match in the Filsinger Cup Ladies Tournament. Introducing first out of Moscow, Russia, standing at 5'3", weighing 136 pounds. This is MASHA SLAMOVICH. And one of the great names in wrestling history, MASHA SLAMOVICH. How can you not love a wrestler named MASHA SLAMOVICH? But her opponent comes to us from Spook City, Sacramento, California. She stands at 5'4". She weighs 123 pounds. This is CHRISTINA von EERIE. So CHRISTINA von EERIE and MASHA SLAMOVICH, two ladies that held the Mistress of Mayhem title over the past 12 months, thus qualifying for Filsinger Cup Tournament action, ready to kick things off here tonight from Chicago. And the opening initiative role goes to CHRISTINA. CHRISTINA comes right out and attempts a vertical suplex, a choice F maneuver. She is going to need a roll of 7 or lower to hit that, but on a roll of 8, MASHA powers out of the attempted suplex. She's going to try a back fist. She is going to need 7 or lower to hit the back fist. And on a roll of 9, CHRISTINA got out of the way of that. So both ladies have each other well scouted. They're both on point tonight. But now it is CHRISTINA catching the dead rising move on MASHA that stuns MASHA SLAMOVICH. CHRISTINA now in control, goes for a big headbutt, and MASHA goes down. What's CHRISTINA going to do? She is going to pitch MASHA out of the ring, and here we go onto the arena floor on a roll of 8. It is CHRISTINA winning the brawl on the arena floor with a DDT onto the concrete. That is going to leave a mark, ladies and gentlemen. And now CHRISTINA in control with a step-up enziguri. And MASHA is stunned by that. Both ladies slowly getting to their feet. But as they come together in the center of the ring, it is MASHA with a big clothesline that puts CHRISTINA on her keister in the center of the ring. So MASHA SLAMOVICH now taking control with the big lariat to put CHRISTINA down. MASHA's going to go right to the White Knight driver. This is a +2 finisher. The pin roll here 5 or lower, and on a roll of 11, CHRISTINA kicks out. So MASHA takes control after that big lariat. And now MASHA follows that up with the brain soup. That doesn't sound pleasant. She stays in control. Another big lariat stuns CHRISTINA von EERIE. MASHA taking control, hitting another lariat. That's 3 big lariats from MASHA to CHRISTINA. And now a spinning heel kick from MASHA puts CHRISTINA back down onto the canvas. MASHA looking to do some damage here. Can she finish her off? The Kremlin walls. Submission hold applied. And CHRISTINA is going to roll out of the ring once again and down to the arena floor. But on the arena floor, it is MASHA coming up with a big move at ringside with an Irish whip into and over the barricade. CHRISTINA may be counted out here on a roll of 4 or lower, but on a roll of 6, CHRISTINA able to make it back into the ring where MASHA is waiting with evil intentions indeed. And that is going to be, MASHA's going to throw CHRISTINA back out of the ring. Doesn't let CHRISTINA back in the ring. And on the arena floor, MASHA is going to do some more damage, this time dropping CHRISTINA von EERIE stomach first across the steel security railing. So MASHA now back in control, and out of the ring we stay. And this time it is going to be CHRISTINA winning the brawl on the arena floor. CHRISTINA body slamming MASHA onto the arena floor. And now putting the boots to MASHA on the arena floor. CHRISTINA gets back into the ring. MASHA follows, and we go out of the ring yet again. This thing is getting out of control. Shenanigans coming into play. Brought to you by CHRISTINA von EERIE, as this one has already broken down. Such is the level of competition in the Filsinger Cup Tournaments. And it is going to be ringside mayhem, outside interference coming in. Who's bringing the help? It's going to be MASHA SLAMOVICH actually bringing the help in the form of MSCHIF. MSCHIF, a long-time rival of Christina Von Eerie, both women in the Filsinger Cup Tournament, and both women looking to get each other out of the way. Let's see what's going to happen here on a roll of 10. Your ally, MSCHIF, storms the ring, but Christina Von Eerie wins the ensuing brawl and throws MSCHIF out of the ring. Christina Von Eerie hits the 1-3-8 as MASHA is still trying to get her wits back about her. Christina goes for the cover, and on a roll of 8, MASHA is able to kick out. So unsuccessful interference by MSCHIF. Put aside by Christina Von Eerie. Christina now back in control with a big knee strike. And MASHA back down to the canvas. Christina now is going to go up for the death jump. Death jump attempt is coming, but on a roll of 5, MASHA caught her. MASHA caught her and threw Christina down to the mat hard. MASHA now in control. MASHA back to the White Knight driver. The pin roll here, 7 or lower, and on a roll of 8, Christina somehow miraculously survives. What a wild match we are seeing here to start off the Filsinger Cup Tournament. And now it is MASHA attempting a rear naked choke. And she has got the rear naked choke cinched in. Will she be able to get Christina to give it up? Christina rolls out of the ring and down to the arena floor once again. And this time it is MASHA winning the brawl on the arena floor and slamming the head of Christina Von Eerie into the ring apron. MASHA now back in control as action stays out of the ring. And now it is MASHA again winning the brawl, slamming the head of Christina Von Eerie into the ring post. So she hits the ring post with her head. She hits the ring apron with her head. Christina Von Eerie is busted open, and now the Kremlin wall's applied once again. Christina trying to escape and able to get free for a moment, as MASHA tries a headbutt, and Christina is just not going to have it. Christina comes back and whips MASHA into the ropes. Off the ropes comes MASHA SLAMOVICH. Christina drops down. MASHA coming off the ropes the opposite way and into a big back body drop. Down to the canvas goes MASHA. Can Christina take advantage? Christina going to go for a head scissor takeover. MASHA powers her way out of that, and MASHA instead with a kick to the side of the head. Both women down, both women slow getting to their feet. As they come together, it is MASHA who is able to take advantage and score with another spinning heel kick that puts Christina on the canvas. Christina once again rolling out of the ring and down to the arena floor. But it is Christina now dragging MASHA out of the ring, picking her up and dropping MASHA throat first onto the steel security railing. Wow, the security railing is taking a beating here tonight as both women have tasted the steel. Christina now goes for the graveyard smash. She's going to go for the cover, and on a roll of 9, MASHA able to kick out. The match continues. These two are just beating the Von Eerie out of each other. Christina now going for the 1-3-8. That is her finisher. The pin roll here, 6 or lower, and on a roll of 6, she got her. What a wild brawl we have just witnessed, ladies and gentlemen, as Christina Von Eerie comes back almost from being dead to rights and gets the win over MASHA SLAMOVICH using her 1-3-8 finisher. And what a incredible opening matchup here in the 2025 Filsinger Cup Ladies Tournament. Congratulations to Christina Von Eerie, your winner, and advancing in the brackets to the semifinals, where she will appear at the Tournament of Champions on November 1st. And by the end of the night, we will know who her opponent will be. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, it is another match in the opening round of the Filsinger Cup Tournament. The following contest is scheduled for one fall with no time limit. Disqualification rules will be in effect. This is another first round matchup in the Filsinger Cup 2025 Ladies Tournament. Introducing first out of Dallas, Texas. She stands at 5'4". She weighs 125 pounds. This is Jacqueline. Jacqueline, what a legacy. What a great performer Jacqueline was. She was a trendsetter in so many ways with the work that she did in Texas as Miss Texas, the work that she did in WCW alongside Kevin Sullivan, and just what a name she made for herself and what a credit she was to the sport of professional wrestling. Had a good run in the WWE as well. But her opponent, speaking of legends in the sport, out of Richmond, Virginia, she stands at 5'4" and weighs 124 pounds. This is the one and only Mickie James, Hardcore Country, taking on Miss Jacqueline in a match of epic proportions. Here tonight in the Dave Cave, brought to you by the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. And as we kick things off, it will be Jacqueline winning the opening initiative role and coming at Mickie with a flying head scissors. Mickie, the more agile of the two wrestlers, able to dodge that move. And it is Mickie coming back with a neck breaker of her own, an arm trap neck breaker that puts Jacqueline down on the canvas. Mickie now in control. And it is going to be a whip to the ropes by Mickie James. Off the ropes comes Jacqueline, and on a roll of three, Mickie tries the sunset flip. Jacqueline folds her up into a matchbook, goes for the cover, and Mickie barely able to kick out. Good alert move there by Jacqueline, getting a near fall out of that situation. Jacqueline now in control with a spinning heel kick. She goes for the cover again, and again Mickie forced to kick out. So quickly Jacqueline taking control in this match. As Jacqueline now with a chance to do some more damage, here is a big power bomb. Down to the canvas goes Mickie James. Mickie struggling to her feet. Jacqueline's on her with a bulldog that dumps Mickie James down to the mat. And Mickie now is going to roll out of the ring and down to the arena floor. And on the arena floor, it is going to be Miss Jacqueline winning the brawl with a body slam. Jacqueline body slamming Mickie James onto the arena floor. Things aren't getting any better for Mickie James as Jacqueline now hits her with another big spinning heel kick back inside the ring. Jacqueline in control. A series of roundhouse kicks keeping Mickie at bay. Jacqueline follows that up with an attempt at a sidewalk slam. This is a choice F maneuver. She is going to need a roll of 7 or lower to hit that. And on a roll of snake eyes, she nailed it. And Mickie is down once again. Good looking sidewalk slam there by Jacqueline. Jacqueline now going for the float over DDT. Actually, she's going to use the tornado DDT. She's got that mechanic on even rolls. Jacqueline uses the tornado DDT. The pin roll here will be 7 or lower. And on a roll of 9, Mickie barely able to kick out. Mickie kicks out. Jacqueline maintains control. And now it is going to be Jacqueline going up for a missile dropkick off of the top rope. And on a roll of 9. 9 is successful. That's a big missile dropkick hit by Jacqueline. And Mickie is down. Jacqueline now with another spinning heel kick, stunning Mickie James. Mickie struggling to get to her feet. Jacqueline's on her with a big bulldog, taking Mickie back down to the canvas. Mickie has gotten virtually no offense in this match. Jacqueline again with a sidewalk slam. This time Mickie slips away from that one. And it is Mickie with a flapjack that takes Jacqueline down to the mat. Mickie slowly getting to her feet. Trying to press the attack. Here is a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Jacqueline, and on a roll of 4, again, that's good for Jacqueline. As Mickie sets her head too soon, and Jacqueline dumps Mickie with a DDT down to the mat. And now Jacqueline going up once again for the death jump, and this time it is Mickie who drop kicks the top rope, sending Jacqueline sprawling off of the rope and down to the canvas hard. Mickie now in control with the last rodeo tornado DDT. Both women are down. Both women slowly getting to their feet. Mickie first to her feet, again with a whip to the ropes. Jacqueline comes off the ropes, and this time it is Mickie with a running back elbow that stuns Jacqueline. Mickie looks to convert a single leg crab, and she has got that one cinched in. Jacqueline feeling the pain. Will she tap out? No, but she takes a while to crawl over the top rope, over to the bottom rope, and force the referee to break the hold. Very effective single leg crab by Mickie James. Mickie now is going to go for the Mickie DT. This is a finisher. The pin roll here 3 or lower, but on a roll of 10, Jacqueline able to kick out, and the action will continue. Mickie hits the Mickie DDT a second time. Can she get her? Yes, she does. It took 2 times with the Mickie DT, but Mickie James, again, coming back. A remarkable comeback by Mickie, as Jacqueline had dominated most of that match before Mickie comes out of nowhere with a pair of Mickie DTs to win the matchup and advance in the tournament. And now here's an announcement from Neil Lau. Britt Baker taking on ODB in a title shot. So good luck to Britt Baker. Good luck to ODB. 2 very entertaining wrestlers highlighting the show in Velvet tonight, as we would expect nothing less from a promoter of the esteem of Neil Lau. And Kathy Evans now joins us in the chat. Welcome, Kathy, and thank you for tuning in. We are getting going with the Heartland Ladies Filsinger Cup Tournament for 2025. We've seen a couple of big wins for Christina von EERIE and Mickie James, and now one more big match in the opening round of the Filsinger Cup. As ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with no time limit. Disqualification rules will be in effect. This is a first round match in the Filsinger Cup 2025 Ladies Tournament. Introducing first from the Inferno. She stands at 5'7". She weighs 137 pounds. She is your soul's tormentor. This is MSCHIF. And her opponent out of Cincinnati, Ohio, standing at 5'10", weighing 171 pounds. This is KLEIN. So KLEIN has done it all in Heartland Ladies Wrestling. She is a multi-time Heartland Ladies champion. MSCHIF certainly no slouch in her own right. And just for fun, let's go back and check the history and see if either of these women have ever won the Filsinger Cup in the Heartland. As we pull open the history, let's see. KLEIN on one occasion finished in a tie for the Ladies Wrestler of the Year. That was in 2023. MSCHIF has not yet won that honor. In Filsinger Cup Ladies Champions tournaments, KLEIN did win this cup back in 2020. And MSCHIF has not yet won the Filsinger Cup Ladies Championship. So that is your update from the history of the Heartland. And now we go back to... Boy, I'm having all kinds of trouble with this camera, and that's going to be my retirement project, as you know. I'm set to retire in about 15 months, January of 2027. And one of the things I'm going to do in my retirement years is set up a really good setup for my tabletop sports game broadcasting. I've got a crappy camera. I've got crappy lighting. I do have a decent microphone. But hopefully in the months and years to come, the quality of these broadcasts will get much better. Here's another update from Neil Lau. Jet Knight, current Canadian province champion, takes on Stu Hart, current Velvet men's champ, in a title versus title match. If Stu Hart loses, he leaves for provinces, and Jet Knight will be the new Velvet champ. All right, so provinces, is that like an NXT style federation? I've not heard about that, or is that just a sister territory? Or yeah, keep us posted on that, Neil. Always interested to hear what you are doing, as MSCHIF and KLEIN set to square off here in Chicago in the Heartland Ladies Cup Tournament, and it is MSCHIF winning the opening initiative role with a Banshee Scream. I am not going to attempt the Banshee Scream, but KLEIN is not impressed. And Kelly just answers right back with an attempt at a running boot. This is a choice C maneuver. She'll need 8 or lower to hit that. And on a roll of 9, MSCHIF dodges the big boot attempt, and MSCHIF comes back and dumps KLEIN with the gates of hell too. She's going to go for a quick cover, but Kelly able to kick out, and the match will continue. MSCHIF, all kinds of psychology up her sleeve, now goes for the code green. She's going to go for the cover once again, and once again force KLEIN to kick out. MSCHIF taking no prisoners in this matchup, and now the gateway to annihilation delivered by MSCHIF, and down goes KLEIN. MSCHIF in control. What's she going to do now? She hits the Desecrator. The pin roll here, 6 or lower. And on a roll of 5, she got her. Wow! MSCHIF just took down a very, very esteemed opponent in just a matter of about a 3-minute matchup. MSCHIF with the Desecrator gets the best of KLEIN. Say goodbye to KLEIN. And MSCHIF moving on to the Tournament of Champions. And she's already got heat in this Tournament of Champions with CHRISTINA von EERIE as a result of her actions earlier in the evening. Let's go ahead and update the brackets here in the Heartland. We will flip over to my Excel spreadsheet view. And now we should be able to see the Filsinger Cup Ladies Championship bracket for the Heartland. Tonight we saw Mickie James with a big victory over Jacqueline. So she moves on, and she will meet the current ladies heavyweight champion Jordynne Grace. So Jordynne Grace and Mickie James will do battle in one semifinal. And in the other semifinal, CHRISTINA von EERIE and her longtime nemesis, MSCHIF, will square off in a semifinal matchup. Both those matches will take place along with the finals at the 2025 Tournament Champions that will take place on November 1st. So that is your Heartland Filsinger Cup Tournament update. And now we head back to the tabletop for tonight's main event. As Neil Lau brings us up to date, this is a sister federation. The provinces, and title versus title, always a compelling show. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event of the evening. The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 45-minute time limit. Disqualification rules will be in effect. This match is for the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship. Introducing first the challengers. Out of Boston, Massachusetts, standing at 5'8", weighing 130 pounds, this is Ava Everett. And her opponent out of Rutland, Massachusetts. A couple of Massachusetts natives teaming up for a shot at the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship. She stands at 5 foot even. She weighs 140 pounds. This is DAVIENNE. So DAVIENNE and Ava Everett set to do battle here tonight in the main event for the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship. But their opponents are your reigning and defending champions, and they are a formidable duo indeed. out of Clearwater, Florida, standing at 5'5", weighing 156 pounds. This is Big Swole. And her tag team partner hails from Brick City, standing at 5'4", weighing 147 pounds, the one and only TASHA STEELZ. I've said it before, I'll say it again, I am a huge fan of TASHA STEELZ. She's got the look, she's got the attitude, she's got the moves. She is dynamite in that ring. Big Swole, of course, had a up and down career and has some underlying health issues that have limited her ability to be successful, but it's certainly fun to have her on the tabletop. Ava Everett and Davienne, independent scene, very active, both of them, and working as a tag team here, although they had a very famous falling out and a very famous feud. And in fact, their cards have special stipulations for when they wrestle against each other. And if they're unsuccessful here tonight in tag team action, I may split them up and just play out that feud for the fun of it. As we are ready for action here in tonight's main event, it will be TASHA STEELZ starting things off against Davienne to open up our main event, and it will be Davienne taking the opening initiative role, and she comes out with an attempt at a basement drop kick. That's an agility maneuver, and TASHA STEELZ far and away the more agile of those two wrestlers, and Davienne misses the drop kick, and as she gets to her feet, TASHA nails her with a pump kick and just puts Davienne down to the canvas. TASHA quickly taking control with another pump kick, and Davienne struggling to get to her feet, and here is a spine buster delivered by TASHA STEELZ. What a move. Davienne is down. TASHA goes for the cover. Davienne forced to kick out as TASHA is on fire to start this match. And now pitching Davienne out of the ring where TASHA loves to conduct her business. And on a roll of 8, it is TASHA winning the brawl on the arena floor and slamming the head of Davienne into the ring apron. And down goes Davienne. Double team opportunity here for the champions. And on a roll of 10, it is a deadly elbow smash delivered by Big Swole on Davienne. Big Swole now in control, poetically, as Davienne is on the canvas and Big Swole comes at her with a series of palm strikes, lefts and rights, stunning Davienne, and finally Davienne able to make the tag into Ava Everett, coming into the ring for the first time. Ava, the tallest of the competitors in a match and a really good athlete in her own right. She's got the looks of a softball player, basically. Long arms, long legs, rangy, and very athletic, and she comes in with a high cross body block. But Big Swole steps out of the way of that, and Big Swole takes control with a series of palm strikes delivered to Ava Everett. And oh, she got all of that one right upside the head. That looked like something out of Power Slap as Ava is down, and Big Swole goes for the dirty dancing, that spinning lariat. She's going to go for the cover. The pin roll here will be 6 or lower. Davienne tries to make the pin save and is able to just barely make the save as Ava Everett nearly pinned. This match has indeed been a disaster for the team of Davienne and Ava Everett. Now a flatliner delivered by Big Swole puts Ava back down on the canvas. Another double team coming up from the champions here. This time it is a bone-crunching double clothesline that annihilates Ava Everett. TASHA STEELZ now with a chance to do some damage, and she is going to pitch Ava out of the ring yet again. These two are both A-rated performers on the arena floor, and on a roll of 9, it is TASHA in control, slamming the head of Ava Everett into the ring post. It has been a rough night for the heads of both of the challengers, as TASHA is back in control and in the ring, and she hits the HKD, and down goes Ava again. The HKD, a springboard cutter delivered by TASHA STEELZ, a very athletic performer in her own right. Double team coming up, and another bone-crunching double clothesline delivered to Ava Everett. She is in trouble here. Big Swole now with a chance to put her away. She goes for the flatliner. Ava is down again. And Swole follows that up. She is going to go up for the death jump. Death jump attempt coming up from Big Swole. And on a roll of 8, she nails a flying clothesline off of the top. And now it's going to be more double teaming from the champions there, clicking on all cylinders. And another bone-crunching double clothesline delivered. Tasha STEELZ now with a chance to do some damage on Ava Everett. She is going to go up for a death jump of her own. Death jump coming up, and Tasha STEELZ nails a missile dropkick off of the top turnbuckle. Impressive dominance by the champions. And now the cutter hit again by Tasha. Another tag to Big Swole. Another double team coming up, and another bone-crunching double clothesline. Ava Everett in all kinds of trouble here. And Davienne not able to get into the ring to make the tag. As Big Swole now is going to go for that dirty dancing. Davienne has got to try and make the save. And again, Davienne makes the save, but Ava is in trouble. And the challengers have used up all of their pin save attempts. And now it is Big Swole going to prevent Ava Everett from getting out of the ring. And instead, it is Big Swole with a knee lift that stuns Ava and puts her back down onto the canvas. Big Swole with another chance as she again prevents Ava Everett from escaping the ring. And now it is Big Swole with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Ava Everett. Big Swole drops down. Ava comes back the opposite way with a running back elbow that stuns Ava Everett. Big Swole back in control with a big pump kick that stuns Ava. Swole now still on the offensive. Another big series of palm strikes. And finally, Ava Everett blocks a palm strike and comes back and dumps Big Swole with a cutter. Nice reversal by Ava Everett, finally able to get over and make the tag to Davienne. Davienne coming into the ring with a vengeance, and she comes at Big Swole and is going to attempt a side slam. This is a choice C maneuver. Choice C, she will need a roll of 6 or lower to hit that. And Big Swole escapes from the side slam. And Big Swole with a big palm strike to the side of the head of Davienne. Big Swole quickly makes the tag to Tasha STEELZ. And Tasha back in the ring as the challengers unable to capitalize on that opportunity. A soccer kick from Tasha stuns Davienne. Tasha follows that up with another big soccer kick. Davienne eats that one and comes back strong. Davienne with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Tasha. And Davienne now with a big back body drop puts Tasha down to the canvas. Davienne now in control. Whip to the turnbuckle. Coming off the turnbuckle, it is a big elbow smash delivered by Davienne. Finally, the challengers with an opportunity at a double team. And on a roll of 9, it is Ava Everett with a running forearm smash to Tasha STEELZ. And Ava Everett now with a chance to get something done on offense. She is going to attempt a snap suplex. She needs 9 or lower to hit that. She nails the snap suplex. And Tasha is down. For the first time, the challengers may get a shot at a finisher. And it is going to be Ava using the Ace Crusher on the apron. That is an add 1 maneuver. And she's going to go for the cover quickly. And Tasha is forced to kick out. Ava Everett with an Ace Crusher on the ring apron has turned the momentum. It's now Tasha who finds herself in trouble. Ava with a reverse DDT. She's going to go for the cover again. And again, Tasha forced to kick out. Double team attempt coming from the challengers. And on a roll of 10, it is a deadly elbow smash delivered by Davienne on Tasha STEELZ. Davienne now in control with a running kick in the corner. Tasha still struggling to get to her feet. Davienne with a big back suplex puts Tasha back on the canvas. Davienne with a running kick into the corner. Can Tasha get out and make the tag? She cannot. Another double team coming up from the challengers. And on a roll of 3, it is a devastating double team move. Another add 1 on Tasha STEELZ. And the challengers have a chance to take advantage here. But it is going to be Big Swole coming in for a save attempt with the tag team interference chart. And on a roll of 7 now, we've got all 4 wrestlers in the ring. What is going to happen here? It is gut check roll time. And the gut check roll is, actually the gut check roll is tied. So all 4 women are in the ring duking it out. Will we see a double disqualification here on a roll of 2 to 4? We will not. And instead, the brawl continues between Tasha STEELZ and Davienne. And it is Tasha who finally wins the brawl and puts Davienne down to the mat. So a big brawl between Tasha and Davienne. All 4 women involved in that. And now as they come together in the center of the ring, it is Tasha in control. And she hits Davienne with a European uppercut. Davienne fires right back with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Tasha STEELZ, but on a roll of 5, it is Tasha who catches Davienne coming in with a big knee to the head. Tasha now with a chance to do some damage. A spine buster puts Davienne on the mat, and finally Tasha able to make the save to Big Swole. That was as close as we have seen Tasha and Big Swole to losing their belts in quite some time. Big Swole now in the ring with a big uppercut. Davienne fires right back with a running kick to the side of the head. Davienne follows that up with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Big Swole. And on a roll of 5, it is Big Swole hitting a running shoulder tackle coming off the ropes to take control. And Big Swole now with a whip to the ropes of her own. Running back elbow delivered by Big Swole. An excellent match. Uppercut delivered by Big Swole. Davienne standing her ground, saying, "Bring it on, bring it on." Big Swole whips her into the turnbuckle. And Big Swole catches Davienne with a big kick. Big Swole follows that up with another uppercut. Can Davienne make the tag? Yes, she can. Ava Everett now coming into the ring. Taking over on offense. Ava with a slap to the face of Big Swole. That was just outright disrespectful. And Ava now pulling the hair of Big Swole. It has gotten nasty here. A head crank. Twisting the neck of Big Swole. Big Swole firing back with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Ava Everett. And on a roll of 5, it is Ava who lifts the knee to the head of Big Swole. Ava now in control. A standing blockbuster puts Big Swole on her backside. Ava follows that up with a cutter. Big Swole slowly getting to her feet. Ava's on her now with a Russian leg sweep, and Big Swole blocks it. Big Swole returns fire instead with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Ava Everett, and on a roll of 3, it is Ava coming off with a flying drop kick to the side of the head that stuns Big Swole. Ava in control. Ava going up for the death jump. And on a roll of 11, Ava gets all of the death jump. A perfect flying cross body block. She's going to go for the cover. And Big Swole able to kick out. Big Swole takes her first point of fatigue in this match. Ava still on the offensive. Goes to the Eat My Shorts. And now she's going to go for the tag to Davienne. Davienne still the fresher of the 2 challengers in this match. Hitting Big Swole with a back suplex. Both ladies getting to their feet. They come together, and it is Big Swole with a whip to the turnbuckle. And hitting Davienne with a big kick as Davienne bounces back off the turnbuckle. Big Swole now with a whip to the ropes. Davienne coming off the ropes. And Big Swole with a big back body drop puts Davienne down to the canvas. Another whip to the ropes as Swole pulls Davienne to her feet. And this time they nail each other. The big running double clothesline. Both women are down. First to her feet is Big Swole with the better ropes rating. And Big Swole is going to go for the Dirty Dancing. That's her finisher. The pin roll here is 6. And on a roll of 9, Davienne able to kick out. And this match continues. Big Swole digging deep. Hits the Dirty Dancing again. Can she get the pinfall? Yes, she does. And after a rugged title defense, it is the team of TASHA, STEELZ, and Big Swole successfully able to defend the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship as Swole puts away Davienne with the Dirty Dancing after a magnificent match. My goodness, that was one of the best title matches we've seen in Heartland Ladies Tag Team action. TASHA, STEELZ, and Big Swole will, of course, be at the Tournament of Champions with a chance to win the Filsinger Cup Ladies Tag Team Championship. They will meet the team of Kenzie Page and Ella Envy, the only other team that was able to dethrone TASHA, STEELZ, and Big Swole over the last year in Heartland Ladies Tag Team action. So, gosh, a tremendous matchup. The dominant tag team of TASHA, STEELZ, and Big Swole taken to the limit here tonight in Chicago. Still managing to come out with the victory. Congratulations to them. And thank you to each and every one of you for turning in. Neil Lau, Kathy Evans got involved in the chat room. Looks like a handful of other folks were in and out of the broadcast as we had the finishing touches here tonight. Congratulations to all of tonight's winners, MSCHIF, Mickey James, Christina Von Eerie, and of course in your main event, the team of Big Swole and TASHA, STEELZ. We will be back on the airwaves tomorrow morning. For those of you so inclined, My Journey with Jesus is back on the channel tomorrow morning, the good Lord willing. Should be able to produce a Heartland highlight reel this week. I will not be on the channel next weekend whatsoever, as we have out-of-town visitors coming. My wife's mother is coming to town for a visit along with my wife's sister. So we will have house guests, and so we won't have any YouTube activity on the channel, but it will be good to be together with family next weekend. So our next live event will be 2 weeks from tonight. But stay tuned for the Heartland highlight reel this week and again next week. So from the Dave Cave, once again, thank you all to everyone for tuning in. That's our stream. I am out of here. And go Bucks.